crews have been out all morning assessing and surveying some of the damage. We're seeing the magnitude of the winds this morning. Take a look at this. This is a metal beam that has literally been wrapped around this pole here that shows the force of the winds this morning. Police got this guy right outside the store where this all went down. He's 26 years old. Because of this suspect, this officer will never be able to hug his two children again. Right now, we are literally feet away from that blue Pontiac car that you were mentioning that police were chasing earlier this morning. Take a look at it right here. Two suspects in custody. But I want to toss things over to Emma Hogue. She is live at the hospital where this officer was taken. Emma, tell us more. What do you know from that scene? Look at this. It backs up for miles. We're going to swing around because they're actually pushing this traffic here to Chesterfield Commons East to go up and back around. Right there. You see Chesterfield police blocking the traffic here on Airport Road. Prosecutor Kim Gardner is set to ask a judge for a new trial right here at the courthouse later today. The jaw dropper in this is that Gardner questions how one eyewitness can identify Johnson as the shooter, even though the gunman was wearing a full black ski mask. I'm pretty sure you've seen this before. Take a look at this chart from the National Weather Service. If it's about 95 degrees outside, within 30 minutes inside your car, it can be 129 degrees. There are absolutely some things that you should leave outside of your car when it's hot like this. We're talking electronics like laptops, cell phones. These things can explode, even batteries. We just got to confirm that this is a deadly crash here. My photographer and I were racing to the scene. We actually ran into a chunk of the car, and you can see the mangled mess. I told you at 5 we'd be watching this one closely, and new since 5 we've learned that this vacant property that sits on the corner of Grand and Choteau in Midtown, this will soon be a mixed-use development. Turn to your screen because when it's all said and done, we're told it'll look like this. We're just chasing that cup, baby. It's going to be lit in downtown St. Louis. Let's go.
I like the energy this morning, Justin.
Conditions are hazardous to be outside, and I think this is a good app to tell my bosses, hey, it ain't good to be outside after 9 a.m. Luckily, I get off at 11, but guess what? Scott and Jamie, if you hear this, we don't have to be outside. It's unsafe. That's what this app says. Take us indoors. I'll send it back to you. People who park in city-owned garages downtown aren't happy.
It's getting worse. The crime, people breaking into them is pretty bad. The prices keep going up. It's not enough protection.
Some pay more than $100 a month for secure parking, but is it really safe? Our cameras caught overnight security guards getting some shut-eye on the clock. 2 of them we caught twice, even parking attendants knocked out in the early evening.
Do you not have enough to do, or why are we taking a nap on the job?
Look, I caught a couple security guards asleep on the job. Reaction?
That's pretty sad. They must not get enough sleep during the day. That doesn't make me feel safe at all.
After seeing this multiple times, I contacted the Treasurer's office who sent us this statement. It reads in part, "We take this seriously, and the parking administrator has asked the contractor to implement heightened security measures," end quote. But News 4 took it a step further to get the mayor's reaction to this.
Of course, it's not acceptable for security officers to be sleeping and not doing their job.
All right, so here's another layer to this. Over the weekend, I heard from the Treasurer's office, and they told me they've ended their contract with this security company. And starting this week, they will have city employees working 24/7, monitoring some of these garages. This is something I'll keep a very close eye on as it progresses. We're live downtown this morning. I'm Justin Andrews, News 4.
Only News 4's Justin Andrews spoke with a man who says he watched it all unfold.
It was like pat, 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 like it was continuous.
Thurman Thornton was just feet away late Tuesday night.
They started shooting, so we heard like mad shots, like literally like 10, 12 shots. And so we ended up running into the store.
He was working the overnight shift at a store in the Brentwood Promenade when he saw officers putting on shields and vests for protection.
Bullets don't have names on them. You know what I'm saying? So they can go pretty much anywhere, you know, so we could have been in the line of fire. Anybody could.
He caught the action and calls it unreal. St. Louis County Police are taking the lead, investigating this Brentwood officer-involved shooting. Police say a suspect shot at officers twice while running away. To walk you through it all, it was around 11:45 p.m. Police noticed a suspicious car in the Drury Inn parking lot with 2 warrants attached to it. A man and woman were inside. The man started running from the car. Officers ran after him to a small wooded area. The man fired 1 shot toward officers. None of the officers fired back. But police say the suspect kept running and started shooting at them again.
Unreal.
3 officers returned fire. 2 were Richmond Heights officers, the other a Brentwood officer.
It does affect us. We're human beings too, and when these officers are involved in an incident like this, it's very stressful for each department.
The 24-year-old suspect was taken to the hospital and should survive. Police say charges are pending. In Brentwood, Justin Andrews, News 4. Just call him the breadwinner.
I mastered how to make the bread.
That's William Love, a 23-year-old making dough in more ways than one.
It's like you can run the whole bakery on your own.
Manager Kevin Turnbull guides these guys in the kitchen.
They're real good guys. They really surprise me at times.
Every day, 7 a.m., they're here.
We love being on Cherokee Street.
At Bridge Bread Bakery Shop on the south side.
Our kitchen is run entirely by staff, all of whom were experiencing homelessness when they started here.
Including William and Kevin. That's the whole design here, to hire people experiencing homelessness. But it's way more.
It's choking me up even to talk about it because that's such a giant step.
After being inspired by a discussion of poverty at church, Dromke and his wife started Bridge Bread in 2011. With his vision, he has been leading these men into stability. Not only giving them a job, but helping them find a home and transportation.
Without him, I'd still, hopefully not, but I'd probably still be down at the homeless shelter.
When you ain't got a job, it's bad. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no money in your pocket, you can't do nothing for yourself. It's good to bring a little structure in your life a little bit.
And you never know what's happening behind these doors, but it's good to know there's more than bread rising. In South City, Justin Andrews, News 4.